If you think learning Chinese pronunciation and learning Chinese tone are so hard, then you should totally listen to this.
漂亮，表演，鸟，便宜，电话，面条，电脑，蓝天，约会。
Hello everyone, my name is Jeannie. I help Chinese learners to master those pronunciation and tone in a fun and step-by-step method. So when I first speak to Ellie, Ellie's pronunciation I would say not bad. However, it just doesn't sound natural. And also when I talk to him, he definitely have the wrong pronunciation, especially about the tone. However, after a whole week of practice, his improvement is massive. So what does Ellie actually do? So for the first week, obviously, I give Ellie some theories about how to learn tone in a fun and memorable way. So after that, I send Ellie some of my audio. I ask Ellie to mimic and shadowing those audio. And guess what? You literally just see his result. So why mimicking and shadowing is so important and literally is one of the best ways to learn the pronunciation? Well, first of all, it actually boosts your listening and speaking together. So first of all, you're gonna find a native speaker. Imagine you trying to learn soccer or learn football. So if you wanna improve quickly, who are you gonna find? Are you going to find your neighbor friend who is just average as you? No, definitely not. So you definitely need to find a coach, right? Coach have a lot of experience. They already know all the theory. They know how to teach you to practice. So if you learn someone that's better than you, or let's say you learn from someone that's excellent, what's the result? You will definitely improve really quickly, right? You want to be as good as them. So when you find a native speaker as your coach, as your mentor, so you definitely listen to their speaking every single day. As a native speaker, you mimic them, right? So that boosts your listening. You not listen to average audio, you listen to the native speaker. So your listening that's tied with your speaking together. The more accurate that you can mimic those native speakers, the better your ear can pick up those subtle differences that can help you speak better. Number two, you will get immediate feedback. So this feedback is not from the teacher. It's actually from you listening to the native speaker. Imagine this, when you have a list of Chinese words with all the pinyin. So when you look at that, you obviously in your mind have a way of saying those pronunciation. So you're already trying to think, okay, this is how I'm gonna say those words. However, when you listen to the native speaker pronounce those words, you find out, all right, that's actually different from what I thought. I thought I should pronounce like that. However, the native speaker actually pronounced like that. So that's an instant feedback to you, straight away telling you that's not the right way, you should follow this way. So that's the reason number two why you need to mimic native speaker. The last reason why mimicking and shadowing is so important and literally one of the best ways to learn pronunciation is because by mimicking and shadowing, you literally learn the natural rhythm and the flow. So compared to English, obviously Chinese is so different because of the tone. So when you listen to those native speakers and mimic them and shadowing them, you will literally learn the speech pattern, right? So the speech pattern is a bit different from English. How we pause, how we link the sounds together. So do we say the words longer, we pronounce it longer or shorter? How we actually change all that tone. So you literally can learn all that while you're listening to the native speaker. Also, it's really hard just by learning the theory. So that's why mimicking and shadowing to a native speaker is literally one of the best ways to learn Chinese tone and Chinese pronunciation. So, if you want to be as good as my student Ellie, I have a free audio for you to download to practice Chinese pronunciation. And this is literally one of the audio that I sent to Ellie to mimic and shadowing. So if you like that audio, please comment below with confident speaking Chinese, and I will send you the link to tell you how to go download that free audio. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.